everybody, and welcome to AJS News. This is the second news video of the week. But before we get started, we have a word from our sponsors.
What's up, guys? OJ here. Just wanted to give you a friendly reminder to subscribe and, ring the bell. It'd be nice. That's it. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you guys very much. We'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully over the next couple weeks you can hang out more with us inside.
I think they're forced to now.
Some of you are forced to. Some of you are self-isolating voluntarily, and some of you, like me, self-isolate all the time, so you're ready to go, right? All right. Let's get to the news.
All right. Well, we finally...
This is part two of
Two.
Of three. That's right.
That's
right. Three.
Uno mas after this one. We finally got the full specs for Xbox Series X. So we knew that they were going to have 12 teraflops.
Yes.
But now we know everything else. So I've got a list of specs.
Get out of here, do we?
Yeah.
Every team.
Well, I heard that that they are going to. Oh, this is another news story I wanted to include. A lot of the bigger companies are, even though E3 is canceled, y'all. If you already know that. Some of them are going to do digital events, or they're going to try to put together digital events. So you're telling me that Xbox didn't save all this cool-ass information for their digital event?
No.
Okay, let's hear it.
No, they did not.
Get it now.
The Series X is powered by 8 Zen 2 cores at 3.8 gigahertz, a significant improvement on the 2.13 gigahertz achievement by the Xbox One. We got the GPU offers 12 teraflops of power, which is double the amount of Xbox One X. And so, their goal was to pretty much double the power of the Xbox One X, and that's great. It's got 16 gigs of GDDR6 memory and internal storage. We knew that it was going to have a 1 terabyte SSD drive, so this is just a powerful piece of machinery.
SSD drives, I'm like what I'm hearing there, to make sure that we boot into our games faster. Well, what I'm concerned about is the bottleneck for us is a lot of stuff is going digital.
Yes.
And digital download. And a lot of the bottleneck, Joe, has been live, Xbox Live. When you're trying to download games there, hell, even PSN, PlayStation Network, just it's so fucking excruciatingly slow.
Yes.
Even when I plug in Direct Connect, LAN, or Ethernet connection directly, not Wi-Fi. And I think it's just because, their servers can only handle a certain thing. Like, upgrade that. Tell me we are making your downloads 5 times faster. You do that from the servers, obviously according to what connection you have at home. But still, upgrading that infrastructure now feel a little bit more like we're moving into the next century.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some time to announce. And, Microsoft is doing a lot to develop their online platform.
The outside stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and so hopefully that's something they'll continue to do. We got one more piece of information. They announced a quick resume feature, just pretty much like putting your games in sleep mode. And now you're going to be able to switch between multiple suspended games, running 4 Xbox One S game sessions simultaneously. So just quickly going from one suspended game to another suspended game, so you're not constantly logging out and going back in, and you won't have to find a specific save point or anything. So finally got the full list of specs, and so now that we've got the Xbox ones, do you think the PlayStation ones will come out next week? Or
I hope
soon,
so.
yeah.
But with all that power on the Xbox Series X, with all that power there, I hope that games like Anthem will not have that ridiculously long load time.
Hey,
you got the SSD.
Improve Anthem 2.
And the increased power will give us maybe some of the lush graphics that we saw at E3 but never materialized at EA Plays. Or, no, none of that matters, Joe, because that's all developer side, and they could have given us all that shit anyway on the current Xbox, but they didn't. But, this will help facilitate that even more. And playtime is over. There is no more playtime. Okay, if you release a game on the Xbox Series X, sex box of the X, it better not be in the condition that game was at, Anthem. Because then they have no excuse. There's no console excuse. There's no SSD excuse. There's no, or traditional HD instead of SSD.
Always be an excuse.
No more excuses. If you release EA, Activision, I don't fucking care who, we're gonna know. No, the system is fucking powerful. You know, don't give me that bullshit.
Now, what I worry about is there's only a 1 terabyte drive now, which is large.
Oh, fuck!
But the next generation Call of Duty is going to be 500
No,
gigs.
that's it. There's one game on
You
your
get
fucking
one-
console.
You get one
True.
game.
Fucking
so
Call of Duty, and then the fucking
War-
Warzone and
it's
shit.
Like 200 gigs
No,
right there.
that can't be right. The full specs. Dive in there. You're telling
I
me
have
it's an
the full-
SSD. That's cool. There's a 1 terabyte SSD, but I want to know if is there another internal hard drive storage that's something like, I don't know,
Has to
fucking
be.
4 terabytes.
Well,
Okay, internal storage is 1 terabyte custom SSD, expandable storage, 1 terabyte expansion card.
Okay, so that's where
Yeah.
you're trying to store. So
And
you
then
gotta
there's
get-
external storage, capable.
Uh-huh.
So there is.
So yeah.
You could get there, so you can have 2 Activision games on there to fill 2 terabytes.
You're
worth of
gonna,
stuff.
we're gonna fill libraries up of hard drive instead of the CD racks that I've got over there. Joe,
They've been there since I've known you, and they've just never moved.
Oh
and
yeah. No, they've been. there
nobody uses this anymore.
Why are they still there?
Memories.
For nostalgic
And this isn't
purposes.
set up. Those are just,
Memories.
they're always just there.
They
For
are.
nostalgic purposes.
We cleared out all the video games because these are stacked with video
Anytime
games.
anyone like under 21 comes over, it's like, what are those things?
Yeah, they're for my video games.
It's
We put the
art.
video games
Yeah.
in the
It's
box.
art,
We
Alex.
got the video games in the box because we're running out of space for video games. Where are my video games at?
Hey, do you want some more video games this
You want
week?
some- yeah.
I got a video game announcement that came out today. Resident Evil is going to have the demo out for Resident Evil 3 Remake this week.
Wow.
So if you-
No, that's bad news. I ain't got no time. We ain't got no time. We're playing Will of Wisp. We're playing Doom Eternal.
And
Ain't
some
got no
other,
time.
and some other ones.
Ain't got no fucking time. When?
So,
Wednesday?
Thursday.
Fuck.
Thursday,
got
the
no time.
19th. The demo is going to be on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. They didn't go into detail about too much about it.
We got
like how long it's going to
Panzer
be.
Core 2.
Lots of stuff.
We got some stuff that we want to play too. I'm far behind on my stuff. Anyways, it don't matter. We're gonna play it for you guys.
Do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
happen.
am excited about it. Resident Evil 2 remake done such a great job. Looking forward to the third one, and we'll get to see what that timer mechanic is like. Maybe.
Yeah.
Should be exciting. And meanwhile, an open beta test for Resident Evil Resistance, which is that a co-op horror game, goes live on the 27th of this month. So it's kind of like one
more
person.
time.
Yeah,
Good. Good. More time.
We have some time before that one comes out.
Let's all play that together. That's 4-player, right?
It's 4-player, it's
and then
plus whoever is on
Tyrant?
yeah,
Nemesis,
Mr. X,
Mr. X.
and something else. I think there's a bunch of different people
Okay.
that you can choose.
Yeah, we'll play. We'll get Dell. You. We know what character you're playing.
Okay.
And we get to run around here, and you can be Tyrone. I can be the cheerleader. There's always a cheerleader, right?
There is a cheerleader.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Anyways, cool. All right.
All right, and the next story we got: Epic Game Store finally added Wishlists to the platform. So the number of the number of features is coming up.
Should have already been there. It's
Wishlist.
mind blown.
Yeah.
It's new and improved.
We could. You mean that we can make a list of the games that we would like to give them money for within the platform?
Yes. Now,
We don't even have to open up a Google document and create it on our own. We could do it from
What?
what sort of black magic fuckery is
they had to
this?
come up with the concept, dude. No one's ever done Wishlist before for video games.
I'm-
So it's not like
It's
you're asking
genius.
so much for them.
It is fucking genius. Epic Games.
Wishlist. You did it.
No. They don't get a clap.
Coronavirus. You're not supposed to clap your hands, but you're going to clap your hands for Epic Games.
They did it.
They didn't do it.
All right, so this is just another of the long list of things
thanks.
that they are finally adding to try to get up to feature parity.
Because I touched his wrist.
I know.
And I. No, I'm not. All right. I'm not infected. I'm good.
Continue.
I'm good.
I hope I'm not.
So we've been down on the platform for a while because they don't have the features that we've wanted, and then the Wishlists or something have been on platforms for years, right? And these are ones that not only have the consumers been begging for, but the indie devs, which the Epic Game Store really does support indie devs. Actually, Epic Game Store funds a lot of these indie games, gives them money beforehand so they can continue to develop the game. So they're not all, they don't get they get too bad of a rap for what they do. And so this is something for the indie games. So like Noble Robots, which is an indie dev company that is it's been in the news a bunch of times, says that Steam wishlists are one of the key drivers behind their sales, because what happens is they can put out their videos, people can remember, oh, that video looks great, comes out in 2 weeks, I will click add to wishlist, so when it comes out I remind myself to do that.
Yeah.
And there was no way to do that on the Epic Game Store before. So as sad as it is that they didn't have wishlists or any of the other long lists of features, and we've got a huge list of features that will show that what Steam has and what Epic Game Store has, it's getting better. So it's nice that it is getting better. It's just sad.
No, we want a champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna fucking pamper you too much.
Yeah.
Because it should have already been there. But we ultimately do want to see the Epic Game Store get better, because that's where it should have been.
Yeah.
Should have already been there.
Yeah.
And the second they get all the features that Steam has, then you make the argument that the Epic Game Store is better, because it better for in percentage wise, and then that's when Steam will need to start doing something and competing. But until that level, they can be
Sleep.
They got wish lists? Yeah, wake me up another 2 years.
Yeah.
They ain't worried.
Yeah. So at this rate, we'll get another feature every 6 months or so.
Okay.
But you got to realize they don't make very much money. They only made like $1 billion on Fortnite or something like that.
That's not very
with
much.
with
Should
a
we do a
B.
little Kickstarter for them?
Yeah, it's like please add more features.
I think you can only get like maybe half a yacht with that. So.
Billion?
Yeah.
With a B?
Have you seen how big they're making yachts these days?
Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
If you're talking about Jerry Jones' yacht.
No, of course.
So he can wait. Jerry Jones can buy a yacht, but he
We're
can't
doing the
afford
joke that $1 billion is not very much money, Alex. Alex, there's not very much money.
They've got.
Yeah, no. Instead of gosh darn it, man. Tim Sweeney put some of that towards the store, please.
Yeah. Hire
More
one dude
for the store. No, 10 guys.
Baby steps.
5 guys. Okay, 5 guys.
Okay, 5. All right. So we've got some Twitch news. Pokimane and Dr.Disrespect signed multi-year Twitch exclusivity deals.
Dr.Disrespect up on here. So what did they get?
They signed exclusive deals with Twitch, so they're going to be the multi-year exclusive deals. Now, Pokimane said that she had offers from all over the place, but she decided to take a little less money.
All over the place.
There's what? YouTube, there's Mixer, and
there's only
there's
YouTube, Mixer, Facebook.
Facebook. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Facebook
streams.
Facebook.
I see a lot of Twitter girls doing OnlyFans. Joe did an OnlyFans.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
One subscriber.
You already shut it down, Joe?
Yeah, somehow I ended up
No,
losing
Joe,
money.
keep that shit open, because I remember there was one guy out there that would pay $500.
I lost my
Have
money.
you not done the transaction yet? $500 for Joe's backwater.
I will send it to you.
No, we're serious. Now we're serious, because y'all were serious, and then we weren't serious.
We did it
and
as
then
a
we
joke.
didn't know you were not serious.
Yeah.
But look, this is a
Serious-
scare going on right now. This
seriously?
virus is going on. We got to stock up on things, so we need that money,
We'll
right?
trade
Joe?
for
You need
toilet
the money.
paper.
I'll give it all to you, Joe. Maybe I'll take a 10% cut. Have you seen Joe? Have you seen it? Look, like I'm as, get it.
Yeah. I got it.
Where's my cane?
Yeah.
Anyways,
All
no,
right.
you shut down your OnlyFans, Joe. That sucks, man.
Told you.
Open that back up. I swear to God.
Someone will
it'll
make one
be-
for
it'll
you.
be
I'm sure they're
on fire.
Oh,
By the
no.
time this goes live, there will be one made for you.
Okay, so Pokimane
right.
and Dr. Disrespect
Yeah,
now have.
And so, according to Rob Breslow, an esports journalist, he suggested the deal was worth millions of dollars per year each. So they just got money to throw around to make sure that they stay on Twitch.
Yeah, that would really be really, really nice to get to that level. And I mean, on Twitch and then get boom $1 million and you're sad. You be the what is their first stream like after that signing? I'm curious. I'll go watch Dr. Disrespect's first stream after that. He's gonna be probably driving around in that Lambo with money flying everywhere and shit. That's gonna be entertaining. Pokimane, I think she'll probably keep it on the down low. It doesn't really seem like her thing to do, but. Hey man, more power to you. Both Pokimane and Dr. Disrespect getting it. I think he's learned from his bathroom incident.
Yeah. Don't film in the bathroom, everybody.
And apparently Twitch has also forgiven him for the bathroom incident.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
that
like,
didn't really hurt him. People were like, that's
no.
going to
2
hurt
weeks.
him. No, they're not going to hurt him. In fact, he probably
he's
got
fine now.
more followers after
That's
that.
usually
Who
what
knows?
happens after a stunt like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because he didn't do something stupid like fucking fire a gun and destroy property or potentially kill somebody. So, yeah, cool. More power to them. Ninja went to Mixer. A bunch of people went to Mixer, and now I was wondering when Twitch was going to respond with their own.
Yeah, I mean, so I was looking up.
So here it is.
Ninja's numbers are still pretty good, and on Mixer, so he is successful. The problem is, I think they were hoping to bring Ninja over there, get people kind of hooked on the platform, and then those people would check out other people, and that doesn't look like it's the case. It's like, well, no, I'm gonna watch only Ninja, so they're gonna need to bring some other people over and just constantly bolster that platform. Otherwise, it's just gonna be it's Ninja. It's no longer Mixer. It's just like a platform for him.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
we got an interesting article from Jason Schreier this week on Kotaku talking about Naughty Dog, and so
one thing I just thought of, it's like, when you get paid that much and you get these multi-million-dollar deals, that's what you said it was, and we know what Ninja's is, which was huge. At that point, it doesn't matter what their numbers are, in my opinion, right? Because I don't think he gives a shit. He's like, yeah, sure.
It doesn't, but for the company, we're like, fuck, this didn't work out for us like we hoped.
On the business side, you're right.
Yeah.
But for the streamer, he's like, fine, I don't give a shit if my numbers go to 200.
Well, there's it's probably like sports contracts where there's guaranteed money and some other things. You want to hit these numbers, and if you take pictures of anyone in a bathroom again, all that money goes away.
Right.
So
I'm not saying that they wouldn't be motivated to create content. I'm just saying that like they're set, they're happy, they're good to go, and the daily cycle of because being a streamer is stressful as fuck, especially if you're a numbers person. Luckily, I'm creative. We're all creatives here. But if you're fucking numbers, I know a lot of. I'm not gonna name any names, but people stress themselves out over how many numbers they get, how many subs they have, or how many did I lose this week. What is happening? What am I doing wrong? And when a deal like that goes down, it's quite a bit of relief off their shoulders. So I'm curious to see how these channels do after they have their multi-million-dollar years. Will it be like freaking Zeke with the Dallas Cowboys?
Take me out, coach. Take me out.
We pay you $90 million, and now you're lame running, like you don't give a shit.
He's
like, you know what I'm saying?
2 or 3, and then he takes himself out.
So I'm very curious how their channels are going to go after that. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so Jason Schreier put out a very long article on Kotaku about Naughty Dog. So Naughty Dog is one of the companies that has probably one of the worst raps as far as crunch goes. And so we've got The Last of Us 2 was delayed, and there are people that are leaving the company now. And the purpose of the article is just to talk about, again, crunch in the gaming industry. Games could come out. The last 3 months before they come out, people are working incredibly long hours. And so he was speaking to different employees and ex-employees of Naughty Dog, and apparently it's worse than it's ever been. And so what we're seeing people that have been at Naughty Dog for years, and they're just getting burned out. Actually, a director from the first Last of Us game took a short leave after just getting burned out from all this crunch time, and just never came back. And just said, look, I'm done. And so that
sucks, because these are really fucking talented people.
Yeah.
And you do not want to burn them out real fast. You want to make them comfortable. I just hate hearing these stories.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're right. These talented people, our careers are shortened.
Yeah.
And we want them lengthened because there's sequels, there's franchises, there's additional badass IPs, and from what it sounds like, they're just getting fucking worn out.
Well, the issue that Jason really kind of he paints a really good picture here where he's explaining like this is something that happens every single time you release a game. Why aren't you learning from it, right? So people take it easy for the first couple years, and then the last 6 months is when they're like everyone's doing 16-hour days, and the companies are getting better about trying to take care of the employees. But they're still doing it. They're still asking these employees to do all these things. It's like, well, if you have better project managers in charge over the course of the development of the game, things can be smoothed out a little bit. So you're actually you're stretching this out over longer periods of time and front loading it rather than trying to rush and doing everything at the end. So it's another thing that this year with so many games being delayed and all coming out this year, I think that crunch is going to be something that we're going to constantly talk about on the show. And we're going to see a lot of people leave companies because they're just tired. They just can't. They don't want to do 100-hour weeks for 3 months.
It's a complicated issue because you're a lot of initially you say to yourself, why does this keep happening? This has been happening many years, decades in the game industry,
learn or something.
and you think they would be able to figure it out. But honestly, it's kind of built into game development. As you're developing, as you're coming up with the idea, it's a little casual, it's a little okay, we got some time in a bit, and then you go along, and then when that hard release date comes out from your publisher, then you realize, oh, fuck, and then things break, and then you're polishing, and then something else breaks, and then you lose time, and it gets fucking crazy. It's like, how do we help with this? And the only way I can see it is, like you said, better project managers, but then also maybe hiring on a few more people towards the end. But that's hard as fuck to do because then those new people come in and they need training or they don't know where they're at, and then they're working on code that somebody's already been working on, and that's a nightmare situation. It is a complicated situation.
It's super complicated, and it's something that some game developers, we've talked about CD Projekt Red, had some issues where people on The Witcher 3 were complaining about some of the crunch that happened there. And that's a company that actually came out and said, look, we're actively doing something about it. We're going to try to fix some of these issues. Now, there's still some crunch there because they've got big games coming out that got delayed, and people need to work on these projects. But Naughty Dog is particularly bad because we've been coming down on the journalists have been coming down on them so hard, saying, like, look, you've done this so many times in every one of your games. You are the worst. You have all of these people. You have like your best creatives leave every single cycle.
I even heard him saying like that some of the employees were allegedly being threatened not to talk about it once they got
almost all employees are like that. That's not something that's unique to specifically Naughty Dog, but all of these game companies. You can't go work for a company like some of these video game companies, and you're going to sign a non-disclosure agreement saying like you cannot talk about some of the things that happen there. So yeah, absolutely. It's if you're a contractor, it's built in your contract that you don't get to go trash them once you leave.
Okay, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog. Hey, we're hoping everything goes well for you, especially in this trying time, because I don't know how that's going to work out with people going to work. Can you work from home with this, this stuff going around? And I don't know. It's going to hopefully not too many of our games will be affected, but we got to come up with better practices to avoid this massive crunch time towards the end of the development cycles.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all we got for this one.
Okay. Cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe. Make sure to stay safe out there. Wash your hands. We need
stay away from people. 6 feet.
Yeah.
6 feet.
You need something over there.
Yeah.
We need to. Hey, Purell, look us up. You wanna sponsor the show? We're
Get
good.
Some stocks.
No shit. They don't need our sponsorship.
Yeah.
People are buying those up crazy. Anyways, thank y'all guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show.
Bye guys.